Hi, I'm Alfred Ells from Leaders That Last Ministries. And today I want to talk to you about how to finish well. If you're a leader, if you're a clergy person, the question in your life will become at some point, how do I finish well? How do I sustain excellence in my ministry throughout my whole ministry till the end of my life? How do I do that? And that's what I want to talk about today. Because studies are indicating that clergy are really having trouble finishing well, and that they have more challenges to finishing well than most other professionals. Let me give you some statistics from Fuller, Focus on the Family, and other places that give you an idea of how clergy are not finishing well. On my website, we have a clergy fact sheet that we published. And let me read you some of the statistics from that fact sheet. For example, Fuller Institute of Church Growth. They say that 80% of clergy surveyed believe that pastoral ministry has affected their families negatively. 50% of surveyed pastors feel unable to do their job. They don't feel qualified, they don't feel prepared, especially when they get out of seminary. 40% of pastors surveyed report a serious conflict with the parishioner at least once a month. That's a lot of conflict. That's a lot of stress. And Focus on the Family kind of summed it all up by saying 1,500 pastors, 1,500, leave their assignments each month due to moral failure, spiritual burnout, or contention and conflict in their congregation. That's a lot of people leaving ministry. Now, when you look at what's this done to a pastoral career, you'll find that the average length of a pastoral career now is just 14 years. It used to be double that. And 80% of seminary and Bible school graduates who enter the ministry will leave within the first 5 years. All those are very startling statistics, representing a real crisis in the clergy, showing that it's very hard to sustain ministry and finish well. Let me give you some examples from history and even modern culture about some people who have finished well, in spite of difficulties. This fellow had his first novel rejected 12 times by publishers, and yet he finally published an amazing best hit and many more since. John Grisham. Or how about Henry Ford? He failed and went broke 5 times and was accused of poor judgment, yet he became the father of the modern assembly line and Ford Motor Company. Or how about Orville Wright, our first man to fly, expelled from elementary school for bad behavior? Or even this guy, he failed to make his varsity basketball team, Michael Jordan. And if you look at the scripture, there's even other examples. For example, this fellow lied about his wife, fathered an illegitimate son, and then became the patriarch of a nation, Abraham. This person had a man killed, took his wife for his own, and became a king beloved of God, David. Or how about Moses, who slayed a fellow Egyptian out of anger and then became the deliverer of God's people? There are examples all around us of people who somehow have apprehended this ability to finish well in spite of sin, failure, and adversity. And that quality that they have is called resilience. Let me give you a definition of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, sin, difficulty, and be the better for it because you went through the problem. Technically, adversity is one of those characteristics that some people are able to develop in their life. And because of that, they're able to face hardship. They're able to face their own sinfulness. They're able to face all kinds of failure, and somehow afterwards are better for it. That quality of resilience is the difference. So if you want to sustain ministry in life, if you want to sustain excellence, you're going to have to learn as a person through your life to be resilient. You're going to have to learn how to face your adversity, face your sin, face your failure, and bounce back from it so much better for it that you will know that you have made progress in your life because of the difficulty you went through. So somehow this horrible, difficult, or sinful time you went through, the result of that in your life is you became better for it, not bitter or worse. That's resilience. And what we found is there's a cycle, there's an actual cycle a person goes through that builds resilience and makes the difference. The first thing it starts out with is what we call a connection with an intelligent social support network. In other words, a person who believes in you, who walk you through the whole difficult problem that you're facing. Also, we found that you have to conquer fears. You have to conquer anger. You have to learn how to let go of some of the pain in your life. You have to learn how to identify the key learning points that God is teaching you through this process. And then you have to make some changes till you get to the point where you can dream again. This cycle of resilience is described in our literature on our website, which is www.leadersthatlast.org. I suggest all of you, and I challenge each of you, go to the website, look up the resilience cycle, apply it to your life, and see what God speaks to your heart about how you can improve your life to finish better. God bless you, and have a good day.